Hi! Welcome back sa ating channel. This is Teacher Roniel, your special education teacher advocate, your educational psychologist. And for today's video ay ating pag-aaralan ang behavior modification. Ano nga ba ang behavior modification at paano ito ginagamit sa loob ng classroom? Behavior modification is a systematic and evidence-based approach used to changing behavior. It is an approach anchored to the principles of behaviorism, which believes that learning is through changing the behavior. The first step in doing behavior modification is to identify the target behavior. So ask yourself, what are the maladaptive behavior that I want to change? So clearly define the behavior you want to change. The behavior should be specific, observable, and measurable. Step 2 in behavior modification is to conduct a baseline assessment. Once the maladaptive behavior is identified, it is very important to observe and record the current frequency, duration, and intensity of that identified maladaptive behavior. The data will then be used to see if there is a progress on the program. Step 3 is to set a goal. Understanding that you have already identified the maladaptive behavior and you have an instrument to record the frequency, duration, and intensity of the behavior, it is now time to establish clear, achievable, and realistic goals for behavior change. Goal should be specific and time-bound. Number 4 is to choose a behavior modification technique. It is very important that we select appropriate techniques based on the nature of the target behavior or the maladaptive behavior and the individual that we want to change the behavior. The common techniques used in behavior modification includes positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement that was theorized by B.F. Skinner. We also use extinction, shaping, and modeling. So those type of behavior modification techniques are proven to be effective. Step 5 is to develop a plan. It is very important that when we craft behavior modification plan, it should be concise and systematic. Hence, we need to create a detailed plan outlining how the selected techniques will be applied in the behavior modification program, and it should include the type of reinforcement that we will be using, the type of punishment, what are the schedules, and what are the criteria for success. The step 6 is to implement the plan. It is very important that after the plan has been made, we must put the behavior modification plan into action consistently and systematically. Let us also ensure that everyone involved, including all the teachers, subject teachers, the advisor, and the parents, understands and follow the plan. And for the step 7, we will monitor and record the progress. So we will be continuously observe and record the negative behavior or the target behavior to track the changes and evaluate the effectiveness of the intervention. So as I have mentioned earlier, now we need to have a baseline data so we can compare before and after the intervention if there is a progress. Step 8, modify the plan as needed. So based on the ongoing data and observation, make adjustment to the plan if the desired behavior is not occurring. So this might involve changing the type of reinforcement, the type of schedule of reinforcement, adding new appropriate techniques, and revising goals. Step 9, reinforce and maintain the desired behavior. So once the target behavior has been modified, use reinforcement to maintain it. Gradually shift from continuous reinforcement to intermittent reinforcement to ensure that behavior persists over time. If you have questions and clarification about behavior modification, please don't hesitate to message me or comment in this video. And if you want a content related to special education and inclusive education, like, comment, and follow this page. Thank you for watching.